menace. Then what happens?
Hello,
He
world.
keeps being told it's the kids and the
My
people
name
coming
is
with them. We
Tamika
can't
Green.
handle it. Help us, help us, help us.
People
See,
around my way
then
call me
he goes from brown menace and he
Mama
starts to add
Winnie
in the humanitarian
Marlowe.
part. It was new to him, not the rest
I'm
of us.
making this
Listen.
recording because
This is a humanitarian
this is something I
crisis, a
think the world
crisis
should
of the
know.
heart, and a crisis
I
of the
watch
soul.
CNN
Now, he didn't mention the
religiously.
kids the first time. He didn't really talk
While
about kids that
watching
time
it,
either, but so
I watch
did he.
how they're
And yet
so
his president pushed
in
what as a
tune
fix?
with
A
what's going
fence,
on
which clearly
down
was
at
the
the
remedy, and
border.
he was told that too.
I have
And if that isn't
sympathy
clear to
for
you now,
those people
I can't help you.
that's living in
Fences help, but
cages,
they were never the
that's
fix
dying
for
trying
this.
to cross over
Will we see
to
our
get into
president
our
tour the
country.
facilities?
But my
But
most
to tour the
sympathy
fence, it wasn't
is
being
with
built the
my
way he said it
city
was when he went there.
and what's going
Will
on
you
with my
hear him
city
talk
and why we're
about
not
the
getting any
kids
help
and their
in our inner
hardship? Not
cities.
just humanitarian crisis.
A month and a half ago,
He's selling fear.
my
These
son,
faces, they don't sell
which
fear,
is one of the
but it should
worst
fuel your fire.
Philadelphia
Our lawmakers are late to this
criminals
game.
in the
There's a
city,
lot more they need to address to
he
help
did
these
four
kids
and a
and the
half
ones yet
years
to come. Our
in
president signed that bill
CFCF,
into law today, but
which
let's be
is a
honest.
county
He'd rather
prison
emphasize
called
the despots than the
Koran
desperate.
from
He
Hold.
sees these kids and the masses coming
While
with him as
doing that
more of a
four and a
threat than
half
Kim
years,
Jong-un
he
and
did
Iran.
two and a
And he
half
listened to him
years of
about how
that
measured
time
he is with
in
those
the hole.
despots and how tough
He
he is
was
on these
kept in
people.
that prison for
Know
4 years
this,
and
the
two
money's going to
days,
help, but it's not
which
going to
is
help overnight.
against the law.
There's a lot more to be
We
done.
bit
We
that
must
because
stay
he beat
on
the
the field.
case that was
That's
holding
it
him
for us.
there. And I
CNN
said, well,
tonight.
you know what, Andre?
Laura Coates
We're
in
not
for
going to
Dean
put no
Lemon right
energy
now.
into trying to fight the
Chris, this
system.
is such a
That's a
horrible thing.
long,
Maybe it's the
hard
same
fight.
epiphany just
What
bugs
we
you. That's
will
never
do
getting good.
is
Oh, all of a
we will
sudden,
keep you
oh, this is an
positive.
issue
And
before.
you
What
will
do you
never
think
put
about it now?
yourself
I
in a
mean, his whole
situation
saying is
where you'll have to
somebody
go back
shows you who
into
they are,
the system
believe them.
again.
Why have they
I
not
said
believed
so.
before?
You
It's
find out
politics,
what
Laura,
it is that
because
you
they're
want to
playing to
do,
advantage. Somebody
and
told
I
the
will help you
Democrats,
as
stay
your
homeless.
mother
This is his problem.
to do it as long
And
as
you
it's
need to get protections.
positive.
But here's the thing.
He
You're
started
not going to
out
be
when
the
he
brilliant
first
lawyer
came
that you are
home.
to know that this is a
He
bad
had
case.
6 different
I'm not going to
jobs.
help the kids in
He
the
didn't get
crisis
fired. He
because I
just couldn't
can't get
stick to
enough of
those
the
jobs.
guarantees
I guess
that
due
people
to
will
the
treat them nicely. So you're
institutionalized
not going to get them any
things that
help.
he's been through.
That was
Excuse
their
me.
argument. And look,
In saying
there's a
this,
lot more to do. As
he
you know,
came to me one
what
day.
asylum rules work,
He said,
what
Mom,
don't.
you know what I
What are the
want to do?
systems in place for
I want to
separation?
open
How
up
do
a
you
wood ice
process?
stand.
Where do they have to be during
So
processing?
I was
These are
in shock
rules. These
because
cause
this is
good
my
manners
son
as much as anything
that's
else.
used
See,
to
the question,
guns
your
and
last question is,
drugs.
what are you going to do about it?
He
I mean,
want
you
to
know
open up a
this, so
wood
what are you
ice
going to do
stand.
about it? You know
So I
full
said,
well that
Andre,
people have constitutional rights,
what are you
even
going
if
to
they
do in
are
this wood ice
so-called
stand?
undocumented.
He
These are
said, well,
children we're
Mom,
talking about. We've seen this
I'm
play
going to
out
give away the
before.
wood ice
At
to the
this point in
kids.
time, I think the
And then
American
the
people are
adults
saying, all
come. I'm going
right,
to give them a
now
wood
that we're
ice,
all
but
on
I'm
the
going to just
same
ask them
page,
for
let's
donations.
actually turn it at this point.
So
So I
I
want
said,
you to
okay,
now
Andre,
text
that's a
Chris.
good
Thank
idea.
you.
I'll
Gotta
help
stay on
you.
it.
You got to happy. This is
I
day and night
then
tonight, and I'm Laura Coates,
went in my back
sitting in
kitchen
for Don Lemon. And there's a
and let
huge
him and a
shakeup
couple
in
of
the
his
2020
friends
race tonight.
carry my
Our new
deep
CNN
freezer
poll shows Joe Biden
out of
is
my
leading
house
while it's shrinking in
to
the
this
wake of the
lot.
Democratic debates
This
just
lot
of
that been
last week.
sitting
And
empty for
Kamala
over 10
Harris is now
years.
taking second place.
Once he got the
After
deep
this
freeze on
breakout
there,
moment in
I
just
said,
a
well,
minute.
Andre, you're going to need a generator. You're going to need some
There
type of
was a little
electric.
girl in California
I gave
who
him
was
my
part of the
generator,
second
which I paid
class
almost
to integrate her
$800
public
for.
schools.
He
And she was
needed
bused to
tents.
school every
Him
day.
along with his friends, we
And that
got
little girl
tents.
was me.
We got a barbecue grill.
That is a
We got
huge statement
potato
she's made,
chips
and
and
one that recycles
sodas
all the
and
time now.
waters
Elizabeth Warren is
and just
actually in
different
third
things
place, and
that
Bernie
the
Sanders
kids might
is
can
now in
use
fourth.
on a
The
hot
race is
afternoon.
really tightening up now, and we'll talk more about that
Well,
in just a
I
moment.
thought we were doing
That is the
something
president's
good.
obsession with dictators and
2 days
strongmen is
ago, on a
apparently
Saturday
on
afternoon,
full display. And make no mistake
the
about it,
12th
the world
District
leaders,
in
they're taking note. There was a
Southwest
historic
Philadelphia
walk into North Korean
decided
territory side
they
by
wanted to
side
come
with Kim
with
Jong-un.
paddy
That's
wagons
coming after
and
G20,
dogs.
where the president said he gets along
And
with
they went to the
everybody, except
establishment
reporters, and went on
and
to
they
praise
took their
one
dogs and they
strong
brought
man
paddy
after
wagons
another.
and they took
I get along with everybody,
everything
except you people, actually. I get along
that
with
my son and his friends worked hard for.
have a tremendous relationship.
They took
with
their
President Xi.
freezers
I get along with
with over
President
12
Putin.
buckets
I
of
get
water
along
ice in
with
them.
Mohammed.
and they loaded them
Saudi Arabia. President Erdogan.
in the back of
He
police
stopped
paddy
it.
wagons. They took
Gets along with
their
everyone.
tents.
And speaking
They
of
took
eye-catching
the
moments,
generator.
did you see this?
They
Ivanka
took
Trump at the
their food.
Apparently,
They took their water
going
ices.
into a
They
conversation
stripped
with
them of
Canadian
everything
Prime
they
Minister
had,
Justin Trudeau,
and they
French
put them
President
in the
Emmanuel
back of the
Macron,
paddy wagon.
British Prime Minister Theresa May,
I wasn't
and
in
I
town.
met Chairwoman
I
Christine
came in
Lagarde,
town
and
Sunday
it led
night.
into what looked like, was some
Monday,
pretty awkward
I got my
moments.
son and his
We're
friends
also going to talk
together,
tonight about
along with
reports
his
about
wife,
a Facebook group for
and we went
border
to the
patrol
police
agents,
station.
reportedly
And
including
all I wanted to know
jokes about migrant
was
deaths
why
and lewd and insulting
their
all
wood
the
ice stand
comments
was
about
up for
Congresswoman
maybe a month and a
Alexandria
half, going on
Ocasio-Cortez.
2 months.
But first,
Why out of
I want to
nowhere
talk about our new CNN poll
would you
and the
come
shakeup in the
crush
2020 race tonight.
some
David
young
Scott, Chris
ex-offenders?
Liver,
These
and me,
boys
and
come
Malika
from
Henderson.
prison.
I see you both.
You don't know
Oh,
guys
yes,
that come
and
from
Chris,
prison
this
that
new
did
CNN
water
poll
ice.
out entirely
They
after the very
came,
first
not
debate,
only
and the
did they
race is
confiscate and
tight.
take all of the
There still
things that
isn't a
they had to
clear
work
front
with,
runner, or is this
they
race now
vandalized it.
wide open?
They
Okay,
trashed
look
it.
at the graphic that we have
They
up there. This is
trashed
what's important. So
the whole
it's
lot.
important where they are now.
We have
Right.
video,
You, Harrison,
we have
Team
photos,
Sanders working. What is
we have
more important is, remember, this is a long process, Laura.
a bunch of rubbish to look at.
What direction your curve
If
is
you
going.
see all the work that them guys put into cleaning that lot out and setting those freezers up and setting the grill up and getting all the stuff that they would need, napkins and cups, all that stuff costs money. They didn't really have money, and I didn't have that much money, but together we made enough to make it into something. And I didn't want anything to do with it as far as finances. I told them, whatever y'all make, keep buying more wood ices and keep doing what y'all doing. As long as they was doing that, I was able to sleep at night because they wasn't across the street with no guns and no drugs.
And you're closing that gap quickly as your
As a mother,
me and Malika, you know, Biden
what am I
still has
supposed to do
extraordinarily strong support
when my
among
only
Republican
child
voters. 36%
is finally,
backed Biden,
after years,
24% for Harris,
is trying to
4%
do
Warren,
something
9%
right?
Sanders. Buttigieg, by the way,
Who do we
0.
go to?
Why are black voters so far?
We hear that they need
It is
our
about
votes
the Obama and the nostalgia.
in order to get in
Something
office.
else. What's the deal, man?
Right,
But who helps us
familiar with Joe Biden. He's got
down here on the ground
You talk to black voters, and I did.
that's trying to make it,
That disastrous debate
knowing they were living in a world, in a city
he's a winner.
that's
feel
built
like
on nothing but
he's making
corruption?
through this primary,
So here it is, we're on the
that's
ground.
going against Donald Trump. They like
We have no way out.
to the former president.
We have
Obama,
nobody to
they
go
obviously
to.
still, have a lot
We
of
made
people
all
who
kinds of
are
calls.
feeling towards it. So I
The
think
police
that is
at the
what's
police
going on. What we see
station
from Kamala
were
Harris
very
is
rude.
she
We have
is
footage
rising
on
in
that
the polls.
too.
Some of that is because
So what do we
of
do?
support among
Do we get
African Americans,
guns
and some of
and
it
start
is just
shooting
more
at the
general with
police
white voters
that
as well,
vandalizing our stuff?
as well. And so
Do
I
we
think she's
cause a
got real
commotion?
feelings about where
Do
she
we
is
go
right
out
now.
and,
She
and
took
what
advantage
is it
of this moment, right,
that
in a
we
way
do?
that you just didn't see
Where
Biden
is
do.
our
She
help
knew this was gonna
down
be
here on the ground?
a big stage, the biggest stage
I
she's
watch
had so far.
Chris
Her
Cuomo.
campaign, of course, isn't
I
where
watch
Sanders
Don
is,
Lemon.
not where
I
Biden
see the
is.
things
But
that Donald
so
Trump
you
are
talk to
doing
folks who
and
like
getting
Biden,
away
who
with
are
it.
sort of surrounding his
Nobody's
campaign
saying
and want to come out and
anything.
support him.
Nobody's
She's
doing
like,
anything.
why wasn't he more
But
prepared
to
for
take these boys
and
wood
even
ice,
after the debate, he
their
had a couple
freezers,
stumbles
their
as
hot
well,
dogs,
talking about
their
gangbangers
tables,
and all
their
these kinds of
generators
things in front of the crowd, talking about
for
the
nothing.
shift in terms of
We
the
have
way
a
they
Chinese
Americans
store
are seen. So
across
we
the
gotta
street.
figure out
We have a
where
Puerto
this
Rican
goes from
store on the
here.
corner.
I think
And we had
it's
two
clear
black
now
young
that the
guys
roots
serving
of
up
this
hot
is
dogs
really starting
and
to take
potato
away some of
chips
that
and
luster,
canned
this idea
sodas,
that he's the most electrifying
waters,
that's sort of
and
inevitable.
water ice.
What do you make about the idea that Biden
What's
is
wrong?
still high among black voters, especially
Where is our help?
that, he got
Where is our assistant?
Senator Harris on a topic
I
that
have a son,
discuss. I mean, the issue of
my only child,
prepared about that.
that's very bright. But at this point right now, he's lost because he don't understand, just like I don't understand. Why? Even if the police didn't want them to serve the community water ice, all they had to do was ask them to shut the water ice stand down and remove their property off of the lot that's been empty for over 10 years again, that was full of rubbish, that they took their time to clean out. I don't understand that. My son said, Mom, I wish we could just kill these cops and get away with it. Well, his wish and my cry are two different things. I know what's going on. I know what's going on up at the White House. I know what's going on with the corruption in the city. I know enough that might get me killed, and I won't share it. But what I do know is what they did was wrong, and they need to answer for it. And I'm not going to stop fighting this fight until they do. I am a mother crying, because it's one thing when you get home invaded by people that's in the street that's doing illegal stuff, but when you get invaded by the police and you can't go to the police or the police, what do? Who pays for those 12 buckets of water ice that they destroyed? Who pays for the 2 deep freezers that they took? Who pays for the generator that they took? Had them young guys went somewhere else and took that stuff off of somebody's property, they would have been arrested for it. When I went to the police station today, the sergeant was very rude, did not want to help us, did not want to answer any questions. They told me that the things were in the evidence room. I said, in order for you to have an evidence room or put something in evidence, you should have a crime. Evidence comes along with a crime. She would no longer talk to me about anything, and her words was me that I have to go to Internal Affairs. So again, I asked her, well, where is the things that you guys took from my son and his friend? I said, because if a car get livestocked, it goes to a car lot where you could go back and pay some money and get it. Where's the things that was confiscated off of this lot? Where's the deep freezers? Where's the wood ices that I'm sure is no more good? Where is the generator? Where is the tent? Where is the tables? Why did you guys vandalize their business when you're not a mother that been through the system with their child, along with a whole lot of other things? You don't understand. When a mother who had a child that didn't know anything but illegal activities turned around and tried to do something legal, it was the proudest moment of my life, and I gave everything I had to help them start their little business. I gave them a deep freezer out of my kitchen. I don't even have one now. I gave them a generator that I had for if I lose my power in my house. I gave them my folding tables.
The biggest thing for Democrats out there today is who can beat Donald Trump.
I gave them everything I could give them to help them get started, because they was trying to do something right and legal, and they don't want to go back to jail. Now I see why the recidivism rate is the way it is. Because no matter how hard you try and what you do to try to make it right, you're always going to have somebody, especially the law, harass you and try to tear you down. And to really make this a kick coodle and caboodle, they were all white cops.
got a long way to
Not
go.
only did they vandalize
In
and
Iowa,
confiscate all the wood ice, no drugs, no guns, they sent dogs in, everything, and took everything.
People sitting at home,
They had no reason to do that.
today. What are you going to do about pay
And
12?
until
What are you gonna do
somebody
about
answer me,
what are you going to do about prescription drug
I'm going to
prices?
fight
And we didn't have enough
like
of
I
that
never
tonight. Neither
fought
one of those two debates.
before.
Well, Governor, I mean, I think
This
it's
will not be
important
over.
in order for the American people to hear about that. We're talking about
Chris
the President of the
Cuomo,
United States has really
you
no
my boy.
contention on the Republican side, but the
I'm watching
Democrats
you now.
20 plus people.
You always talk about what's right is right, and you want to fight for this, and you want to fight for that. You always talk about the ground people. Yes, I'm looking at Chris Cuomo, CNN. You always talk about the ground people and how you guys need us to vote to get Trump out.
We can't be talking about all these little shiny objects up here. And
What are y'all going to do to help us on the ground? Because we get no help. Nobody from nowhere comes to see about us, the people on the ground. Yes, they having it at the border, but the border people ain't having it like we having it here. Nobody comes to the ground to see us, to question us. The same people y'all run around and want to vote for y'all at voting time. Where are y'all at now? Why isn't there someone that we could go to for help? These police need to be reprimanded for what they did. What they did was uncouth and it was against the law. So now, what I'm assuming is it's really okay for cops to break the law. Well, guess what? These cops got a fight on their hand because I'm not giving up. I don't care if I don't have nobody standing behind me. I'm going to fight this fight until I get some answers. When I get some answers, I might feel a little bit better. But my goal is to continue to fight after this fight. Because guess what? There's a lot going on with me that the world needs to know. With these doctors that molested me, with these illegal criminal lawyers that's robbing our people, with these companies that's robbing our people. This tape not about that particular things that's going on. But there's so much going on. The average person that don't know what to believe. And I had enough. And I'm ready to fight. I have my boxing gloves on. And I'm ready to fight for my one and only son that finally got it together, whereas though he want to do something positive and don't want to go back to jail. Tonight, I don't know where he at. I don't know what his mindset is. But I hope that he keep his head level and believe in me, if nothing else, that I'm going to fight for him to the end. Just want people to know that think that the young guys, especially black guys, it's so hard on the police and this and that about the police. No, those police, the next day, after they confiscate everything, vandalize the lot, they walk past them and say who got pretzels and hot dogs and wood ice for sale. That's antagonism. Why would you say that to these people that you just took all their things from? Why would you walk past them and antagonize them? What can they do when police with guns walk past them and tease them about shutting them down and taking their things? Where do I go? Who do I turn to? Okay, I'm going to Eternal Affairs in the morning. They open at 9. I'll be there at 8:30 before they get there.
Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including
If they
tuberculosis,
can't
cancer,
tell me something,
lymphoma, have
then what?
SF blood, liver, and nervous system
Do you know the
problems.
boys was talking about catching one of the cops or one of the little blocks
Tell your doctor
and
that
killing them?
where certain fungal infections are common.
You know what I said? That's what they want y'all to
Approach
do.
infections or have flu-like symptoms
Don't
or
do it.
sores.
It's not
Don't
worth
smoke
it.
if you have an infection.
Let's fight them
Help stop
in a court of law,
irreversible joint damage.
like they fight y'all and
Talk
lock
to your
y'all up.
rheumatologist. Right here.
They
right
agree
now.
with me.
Humira.
So hopefully
So President Trump claiming
they stick
big
to the agreement.
progress after stepping into North Korea.
I was tired.
Jumped
I
on
had to come
yesterday,
home
that's
and get
not
in
the
bed,
only thing he had to
but I
say
could not go
about
to
some of the
sleep
world's strongmen. Joining
when
me
I'm
now,
making this
Max
video.
Luke, the author of The Corrosion of
Because I'm
Conservatism,
a mother
Why
crying.
Left to Right. Also Philip Bump in his latest piece.
I don't want that to happen
We get it, Mr.
to my
President.
son
Into autocracy. Welcome
before
to
he
the
came up with the
program.
idea of
Yes,
having his
Philip,
water
you know,
ice
what is the
stand.
difference now between what we see
I
from
couldn't
President
sleep
Trump
at night
and how
worrying
other presidents have
what he
treated
might be out there
leaders and
doing.
strongmen across the country and the world?
So when he started the water ice stand, I was so happy to finally get a good night's sleep. And then I'm back to being nervous and worried because that positivity that he had for the last couple of months, and it's that they took from him. He has to walk past that lot and see the rubbish of all the hard work that he put in. He has to think about all his little money that he saved up to get the water ice and stuff. It's gone. He don't understand why they took it. It was allowed to just take their stuff. I've never heard of it. As long as I'm on this earth, 51 years, I've never heard of cops being able to go on a lot that's public property to me, because we keep these lots and stuff around our homes clean. So they really are lots. This is our community. We should be able to put water, ice, cold waters in every empty lot in our community. And if we don't do it as a people, the city should try to get a program to do something like that. But no, we did it on our own. Excuse me.
I get along with Mohammed. Nobody so far has.
We did it on our own.
At the future kid in Saudi
And they
Arabia.
came and took it. Everything.
Has really done things in the last
And I feel
5 years in terms of opening up Saudi Arabia.
that there was a violation.
Thank you on behalf of a lot of
Because
people.
the way the streets go,
You've done really a spectacular job.
I'm just getting something to wipe my face.
Especially when you have a place like, whether it's Saudi Arabia, in all fairness, or China, or any country, or North Korea.
The way the
So it's a
streets
mess.
go,
And
you take something from somebody, they coming back to get it.
Really,
But what do you do when the cops take something from
to your
you?
question about
How do you get that back?
He's a brilliant leader. He's a
You can't go to the
brilliant
police
man.
station with no guns or no team.
Probably considered to be one of the
Excuse
great leaders in 200 years in China.
You can't go to the
Which
police
is a very-
station
he's
with
strong,
drugs
he's tough,
or a
but
team
he's good. We have
of guys
a
or family
good
members
relationship.
and fight the
I mean,
police
that's a buffet.
like you could do a regular person, which we don't do that anymore, but it has been done.
No, this is just making the United States look weak and feckless. I mean,
Where
if
do we
Donald
go?
Trump had been president in the 1980s,
Who
Lauren would
helps
not have
us?
said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear
These
down
state
this wall.
representatives
No, Mr.
and
Gorbachev,
community
what a beautiful
people,
wall you have. How
they
lovely.
don't
That
care.
is Berlin Wall here. I really admire
They
it.
don't
I'd
help.
like to bring it to our southern
They
border.
take whatever
I mean,
funding
there's a
they
big
get
difference between what previous
from up
presidents have
top.
done and what Trump has done.
When it
Because
comes
previous
down through the
presidents have
state,
simply dealt with
they don't
dictators
put
who
it
run
into
these
the
places.
communities.
In that job, you have to deal with unelected
Our
leaders.
kids have
But
nothing.
with Trump, he goes
In
much,
that
much more
particular
into the
community
streets.
where my
The
son
way
would I
these
stand,
dictators
it's
for being
nothing
so
there.
strong,
It's a poppy store and a Chinese store.
he is raised
People
in
tired of
Trump
going
and
to those stores
for
buying the same
militarized
thing.
zone, which is a
So in saying this,
people inside his
I'm
communist
about to go to bed
leadership in North Korea. He is
because
saying
I got another
to
fight
Trump
on my
and
head
it's not
tomorrow
You're doing a
morning.
spectacular job, but no mention
After
of the fact
tomorrow
that one of the
morning,
things that MBS
I
has
may
done
have another
is,
fight on my hand
killed
the
and
next morning.
dismembered one of our colleagues at the Washington
every
Post
morning
called us,
until I get
this is
answers
not business
and get my
as
deep
usual.
freezers
At
back.
the same time that Trump is
And my
praising
generator
he is
and my
continuing to
tents
talk
and my
out
tables
of his
and
state.
who's going to
Because
pay for the
remember,
water
coming from
ice
Osaka,
and the
he
hot
was
dogs and the
complaining
hot
about
dog
the
rolls and the
Airbnb,
snacks
calling it an
that they
enemy.
vandalized,
He was
took.
complaining
And,
about the Japan Mutual
who's
Group
going to pay for
security,
that?
saying that it's not
Do we
fair.
take the
He's
loss?
always complaining
Where do
about
we
how
get the
he
money
does not get
from?
along with
We
our
barely
friends,
have any
but he
money.
disses up to our enemies. So that is a president
Somebody
who does
let
not
me know.
have a moral compass.
And,
What do we do?
you hate to engage in the
Do we
whole
get put on
value.
all
Can you
black
imagine
and
if
go
this
to the
happened?
streets at night
Talking about
and start
previous
plucking
presidents,
people off?
listen
I mean,
to what Fox
what
News
kind
was
of
talking
answer
about President Obama after he was saying that he would
do
even
anybody
open
have for
receptive
me?
to the idea of meeting with somebody like this.
So I can not only help my
After
son,
Trump actually did.
but other young black men in our communities
Would you, as
that's
the
being
president,
harassed
leaders of a country like
by
North
police
Korea, Obama
officers.
extraordinarily said you
Where do you go?
Senator Obama
The
made
police
attempts
station is
to
not the
appear
place
on
to
the
go.
campaign trail.
They won't help us. We've been there. We're going to Turtle Fierce.
likes talking
If they don't help us, where do we go?
Without any preconditions.
You know, I'm gonna
Where
read
do
that
these
to
young
these
men
crazy
with this
people
pent
around
up
the world
anger
and try to get
and
people
not
to
understanding
make a mistake.
what just happened to them?
Before dictators.
Where do they go?
Obama doing establishing formal contacts with these people?
A remarkable turnaround
If somebody
in
have an
relations
answer
between
for
two
me,
historic adversaries.
please give me a call or hit a text, anything to help me fight this fight
President Trump proves the experts wrong
for my
again
son.
and scores a stunning diplomatic triumph.
I'm tagging off.
A stunning
Again, they
diplomatic
call me,
triumph. Look, what a difference a president makes, huh?
I mean, it's
They
very
say,
funny, obviously, that you have this sort of hypocrisy, but it's not funny
Mommy
because
Winnie Harlow.
Fox News
I
is
don't
a
know
very
who Mommy
well
Winnie
constituted
Harlow
media,
is,
and you have a lot
but
of
that's
people
what a lot
that
of
get
people
most
call
of their
me.
news from
They
that
said
network,
it's this
and who
lady that
probably doesn't
has
remember what Lauren
vitiligo
Andrews
like I
folks
do.
said 8 years
That's
ago during the 2008 campaign,
some
or
type
more
of
recently, Obama's administration,
model
Cuba
or
First Nations
something like
clips.
that.
And so
But
they
I don't know
really
the
present to me
computer,
that actually Trump
and
is doing great
I do know how to make a
diplomacy.
video,
What he
so
did in
that's
North
why I
Korea
made
was
this
simply,
video
yes, he had
on
this
my
historic
own.
step of walking into North
But
Korea, but that historic step is historic in the same way that lots of things that
Mommy
don't
Winnie
necessarily have
Marlowe
sort of,
is
moral
taking
value
off.
to them are
I had a
also-
long
it's not that he
day,
accomplished something. He went there
waiting
and
to
had
meet
every
with
intention
friends
to
and family
actually
so we
become
can go
the
to the
first president
police
to do that.
station,
But it's not
off for
really
the
any great
police
breakthrough.
to
And the
be
fascinating
very
thing
rude,
is that Iran is, of course,
very
watching what's happening
ignorant,
with North Korea.
and
Iran
believe
is
it or
seeing that
not,
North Korea got nuclear weapons, gained
it was
the
a
ability
black
to
woman
strike the US potentially
that
with
was
nuclear
rude
weapons.
and
And
ignorant.
at that point, the American president rolled over and was trying to be friends with them. Iran, at the
Not
same time, is being
racist or
chastised
anything
by
like
Trump
that,
for
but
trying to move forward with the nuclear program.
I've
And
never
today
seen
announced that
such
it enriched
in
more
all
uranium
my
than it was
life.
supposed to have done under the
And hopefully
agreement that had been signed under
I
President
could be
Obama.
part
And
of
it understands that this is that
making
North
a
Korea
difference
has
and
nuclear
making
weapons
some
and now is someone
changes
who Donald Trump is trying to be friends
in the
with.
way
That is not the sort
the
of thing that's going to
police
dissuade Iran from trying to move forward with the program.
interact
Gentlemen, thank you. People
with
are
our
watching in
inner
other
city
countries, in fact,
young
are watching and
black
taking notes. Thank you for
men.
your time tonight. Ivanka Trump,
Thank you for
the
watching
diplomat,
my
well, her
video,
father, the president,
and
literally
more
gave her a
will
front row
be
seat
coming
on the world stage,
if
but
I
has she earned it?
don't
That's next.
get any answers. Good night.
This is Anne-Marie Peebles.